So we have a whole bunch of new Transformers Rise of the Beast product. We're going to be talking about some Beast Alliance stuff and all of this mainline material. Now that Rise of the Beast is showing up in retail, there's a lot of brand new, I guess, stock photos, brand new images. Stuff is going to all kinds of different retailers. And we're seeing these toys for the very first time through those distributions, the old-fashioned way, seeing it for the first time in stores or online in stores. So let's jump into it. We got a whole bunch here. We'll start here with the Transformers Rise of the Beasts, Beast Battle Masters, Optimus Primal. We knew this was coming through different listings that we saw, but now we have the Battle Masters Optimus Primal. Those are the ones that are main characters that then transform into weapons that can be used by the smaller price point through a 5mm peg. And we have a Gorilla Optimus Primal here, and he transforms into a gun. Kind of disappointed. I was kind of hoping he'd turn into a mace or something just to kind of mix it up. I mean, we're going to already have so many of these Battle Masters that turn into guns. It would have been nice to have some kind of melee weapon, and a mace would be so much more appropriate for an Optimus Primal character. But it is what it is. We got a monkey gun here, not to be confused with the recently revealed Nerf Authentics monkey gun, aka the Transformers Optimus Primal Nerf gun that we saw too. So interesting to say the least. Again, going to be part of that Beast Alliance price point, $5.99. Go check it out. It's going to be showing up any moment. Then we have the Transformers Rise of the Beast Weaponizer Arcee with Cheetor. So before we address anything, all we have is a in-package image and then the alt mode images. We don't have a robot mode for Arcee. And this is important because so far, not counting this one here today, we only have two other movie Arcee toys. We have the Core Class through Studio Series, and then we have the Beast Combiners Arcee with Silver Fang. So we've had two options because some people were not a fan about how small the Core Class Arcee is. Some people are not a fan of the Beast Combiner because it's kind of chunky and it's also going to be a little larger than all the other characters for your display. So we're going to be really curious to see how this one turns out in robot mode. It is clearly its own unique tooling. It's not the same one that's used with the Beast Combiners. It's a brand new design. Although, of the bunch thus far, I'm still leaning on more towards the Core Class from Studio Series being the most accurate. Although this new one here is pretty close too, at least with the alt mode, with some of the deco. But we'll see. We will see what happens. It comes with, much like with the Wheeljack that we talked about, that comes with Rhinox, the Weaponizer Wheeljack with Rhinox, where the Rhinox was a repack of the Battle Masters Rhinox with a new deco. This Cheetor that comes with it, I think the only thing that's different from the standardized Battle Master Cheetor is it has less deco on it in this 2-pack. It looks like the Cheetor doesn't have the deco of the spots on his shoulders and the paint on his back hind legs. Otherwise, it's the exact same sculpted toy and plastic color and everything like that. I could be wrong, but that's what I could see here, comparing it side by side. So very interesting. Again, another Weaponizer 2-pack. The big deal is going to be how that Arcee turns out when we finally see the robot mode. Could be the big linchpin of all of it, because we're all looking for that perfect Arcee figure to represent in our scale of our collection here. And the last thing we're going to cover here is the Transformers Rise of the Beast Flexchangers Cheetor. We saw images of the packaging, at least, in retail, but we never got to see properly how it looks, and maybe it was for the best because, man, this is a hot mess of a figure. Again, the Flexchangers are those simplistic flip change kind of Transformers, and the Cheetor is looking pretty rough. That alt mode is a mess of plastic. Robot mode doesn't look too bad, but I mean, that's being nice either way. So, I don't know. With their Energon flex bands, that's the gimmick of how they're doing it. Instead of using a metallic spring, they're going to be using some kind of more flexible kind of plastic to engage with the transformation. Pretty cool otherwise, but I mean, man, that alt mode looks pretty rough, though. It's pretty rough. And we also got to see some brand new images, finally retail images, of the Autobots unite properly, some stock images and everything like that. So now we have some final images of how Battletrap and Starscream look in every shape or form from that Autobots Unite line that, from what we could tell, is a Mayer exclusive at the time being. Could be something otherwise, but we'll find out when the time comes in the future. But that's it more or less for more Rise of the Beast stuff. We're going to be having this over the next couple of days where stuff is going to be showing up every so often. Brand new product, brand new this. Oh, hey, this new figure just showed up at a Walmart and we're seeing it for the first time. This is, this is a movie year. So there's going to be a lot of product coming out both from the licensors and the third-party companies of licensors and, of course, everything from Hasbro Direct, be it the Studio Series, the Buzzworthy Bumblebee, or the main line itself. Let me know what you think, guys. Pretty hot stuff otherwise, and I'll talk to you again real soon here on the Transformer Slag podcast.